Hello everyone, how are you all? So this is our first meeting, right?
Hello, yes sir. Yeah.
So how many total number of students in this batch have all arrived yet?
24.
Okay, let's wait 5 more minutes for if people are left to arrive, and then we will start. Okay. Okay, till then, can you tell me what have you done till now?
We have covered the basics of Python, and we have done OOPS.
So I guess till oops it is covered, right?
Yes.
Till oops is it covered, right? Okay, so today we will take some problems of loops. Okay.
Sir, polymorphism
For
not covered.
tomorrow, tell me what topic you want to do. Any problem, any kind of confusion you're having on any topic, we will take on that tomorrow.
Sir, can we do you
Or
one
we'll continue with problem solving only for today and tomorrow. Okay. I think if somebody among you wants to speak, I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, polymorphism not covered.
Sufyan, I'm not unable to hear you. Am I audible properly to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Problems will solve, sir.
Sir, can we do revision from functions? Is it possible?
Just let me check also my connection.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Am I audible properly?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Asif, Jay, I'm unable to hear you.
Sir, can we start a revision from functions?
Okay, those who cannot even, I guess, No, I'm not able to hear you from your end. You can text me on the chat box so that, okay, so that the communication may take place. Okay.
Sir, he's saying repeat functions. Functions concept in Python.
So how many classes of OOPS till now? Okay, so polymorphism not covered, right?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, you can list the topics of OOPS that you
Hello.
want to cover. Okay, polymorphism is there. Anything else that has not been covered?
Hello.
Sir is unable to hear us.
Okay, so let it be today. Let's take some problems today. Tomorrow I will touch both the functions part as well as your polymorphism part. Okay. I think those people, Asif as well as, no, I'm unable to hear any one of you. Speaker, actually I'm on my microphone, my headphone itself. Okay, so no point of speaker as of now. This works fine, I guess.
Sir, now audible?
Yes, it is now audible. I can hear you, Chetan.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Problem
Yes, yes.
resolved, sir.
Yeah, what's the issue? What
Yeah,
was
all
the
right.
issue?
This is Ronald here.
Yeah.
So there has been change of lecture, right? I mean the instructor.
Yeah.
So you're the new instructor, and I just want to tell you that we didn't understand with the previous instructor.
Okay, actually,
So
yeah. Tell me.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
on.
So I just want to know if you could revise or teach us from a little behind, or like functions or so, because we didn't understand.
What in? Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, will you please go through from functions, sir? A kind request from everyone, sir.
Okay, so what are the issues from functions? Tell me.
Sir, from function, everything, sir.
So how many of you are having problems with the functions part?
Not from
We will
function,
raise the hand, sir.
sir. From there itself. I mean, from functions to other topics also, sir. Up to now, just go briefly, sir. So that could help us, sir.
Think okay. So means let me see once what are the topics from functions itself. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Loops and all, is it clear? Have you solved enough
Yes,
problems
yes.
with that?
Yes, yes.
Because today I am supposed to take some practice questions for that, and then as per it, because I am here for 1 or 2 days, some new instructor will be coming and taking the syllabus forward. Okay.
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 All right. So
many
it's
things,
temporary, is it?
Yeah, I am here for taking class for 2 days, and then some new instructor will be coming and taking the syllabus forward. Okay.
Then
So-
then can you strengthen us with our basics? I mean, like can you do loops and functions so that instead of
Yes,
giving,
yes. I am here
Yes,
for do
yeah.
only. Okay. Loops and all I will be discussing today. Loops, and tomorrow, yeah, I will be touching the functions part. Okay.
all right, all right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So yeah, let me see once. Let me also have a look at the syllabus as well as, let me see. So yeah, nested loops, is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain again?
Nested loops, nested loops, that topic.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we will start by doing some problems, okay, from the nested loops part. I will, yeah, let me see once, and I think all the list and tuples and all those things should be clear, I guess, because this is the easiest part that you get. And ifs, loops, when did the function arrived? Okay, I guess so. I think the next topic that you are supposed to get is from the data structure part, right? Time complexity part. Yeah. Okay. Please, all of you, turn off your if noise is there, you please turn off your background noise, okay, or your speaker such that nobody else can get disturbed. nobody else gets the disturbance. And yeah, so let's begin. So yeah, okay. So yeah, is it visible? Is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, let's start. So your first question, let us suppose you are given an integer n, okay? Integer n is given, n, okay? So you have to print all the odd numbers from 1 to n that are present from 1 to n. You are required to print this. How many of you can attempt that?
Sir, I can.
Okay, what's the approach? Can you tell me?
Sir, we can use the for loop and if function.
Okay, yeah, sure. But how to do that? Basically, using that.
For num, let's take a variable num. For num in range n.
Okay.
And then if num is not equal to mod of 2.
Why mod of 2? What's the thing that's related to mod of 2?
Sir. Because all the even numbers are divisible by 2 except the odd numbers. So
Okay.
odd numbers always gives the remainder of 1.
Okay, so is it clear to everyone that every odd number, if divided by 2, will leave remainder 1? Is it clear to everyone? Or somebody has any doubt with that? Is it clear to everyone that all odd numbers, if divided by 1, sorry, if divided by 2, leaves remainder 1? Okay. And okay, fine. This is correct, right? If odd numbers are divided by 2, they will leave remainder 1. What about even numbers?
They will leave the remainder 0.
Yeah. Every even number, if divided by 2, leaves remainder
0.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so this is the thing we can exploit. This is the thing we can exploit to solve our problem. But how will you code it? What's the approach for coding it? Try for 2 minutes coding this. Okay, is the statement that we have used, all the odd numbers, if divided by 2, leaves remainder 1. Any doubt regarding this statement you are having? You can try it on your own also. Okay, let's suppose I'm taking an example 7. Okay, let's divide it by 2. So what will be the quotient if I divide 7 by 2?
3.
What will 3? What? Okay, so if quotient is 3, what will I subtract? 6, right?
Yes.
And it will leave remainder 1. Fine. So see, there is a generality. If suppose any number is there, and if you divide it by any number k, it will always leave remainder, the remainder that you can get after dividing any number num from k, the remainder you will get is lies between 0 to k minus 1. This is a generality. If any number is there, you divide it by some other integer k. Okay. What remainder result you will get? Whatever remainder you get, that lies in the region 0 to k minus 1. Okay. No remainder can be formed that lies beyond this range. The range is fixed. Okay. So we can say that if any number is divisible by 2, what are the numbers possible? What remainders are possible in the range 0 to k minus 1? Right? K is 2. So it will start from 0 and k minus 1. The highest number or the highest remainder that I may get is k minus 1. So what it will be? 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. So what is it ultimately? 0 to 1. Okay. So this 0 applies to all the even numbers. Whenever any number that is even gets divided by 2, okay, leaves remainder 1. And whenever you divide any odd number by 2, it leaves remainder 1. Okay. Is the point clear? Or you are having any doubt?
Can you again, sir?
Yeah. See, whenever there is any number, and if I want to divide it by k, what remainder it will left. Okay. So that will, whatever remainder comes out, this particular remainder belongs to a range, and that is fixed. That will be 0. That starts from 0 and ends up at k minus 1. The remainder will always lie between 0 to k minus 1. It cannot be beyond. Okay. So similarly, if k is 2, suppose that the number k is 2, what remainders are possible? Either 0 or k minus 1. That is 1. Fine. So this 0 applies to even numbers. Whenever k is 2 and it divides an even number, okay, it divides an even number, what will happen? It will always leave remainder 0. And if it divides an odd number, it will always leave remainder 1. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is this point clear to everyone? Okay. Try it on your own, taking different case and see what are the different remainders possible. Okay. Okay. Now, I think somebody has already coded it for us, that how will we code our problem? Okay. To find even and odd number, to print all the odd numbers between 1 to n. Okay. Let's try coding it. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes to set up my VS Code, and then I will code it for you. Try coding it till then. How will my solution look like? Okay, if I don't want to use the if statement, what should I do? If I don't want to, suppose, utilize if statement here, any other way I can code it. What do you think? Anyone can give me any other approach?
We can use a step.
Yes, we can use a step, but what that step should be, and from where should I start printing?
We will start from 1.
Okay, and
step
then
will be 2.
why is it so?
Step will be 2.
Why is it so?
Because 1 plus 2 gives us 3 and 3 plus 2 gives us 5.
So all the odd numbers are separated from each other by a step 2. Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Sure, everyone here. Do you agree with it? All the odd numbers are separated by each other by a value of step 2. Is it correct? How many of you agree? How many of you don't? Okay, yeah, the VS Code is ready, and okay, yeah, just let me ready the terminal also. Yeah. So see, what point I want to make is odd number starts from 1, is it? Odd number start from 1 and next odd number is 3. Next odd number is 5, is it? Next odd number is 7. So the distance between every consecutive odd numbers is what? Is it 2?
Yes, sir.
Is it 2? Fine. So see, let's take an input. Okay, let's take an input. How will you take an input from the console? Let's suppose n is my input. I want to take okay, taken. Fine. Now what shall I do? How using loops I can solve my problem to print all the odd numbers? I want to utilize for loops here. Let's suppose. What should I do?
For
For-
num range.
For let's suppose I will be using the I variable. Okay, I in range. Okay. From where should I start the printing? From where should I start? Start, stop, and step. Three things are there. Three things are there.
1, comma.
Okay.
Sir, 1
So,
comma 1 comma 10 comma 2, sir.
okay, 1. Where should I
10.
stop?
10, sir.
Where should I stop? Okay, n. Let's keep it n as of now. And what should be the number of steps?
2.
2, sir.
2. Okay, okay, fine. So print I, is it? Print I. Let's see how correct we are here. How correct we are going here. Okay, let's see. Mm. Just give me some time. It's hanging, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so what value of n you want to take? Tell me. What is the value of n you want to take? Somebody tell me what value of n you want to take here.
9.
Okay, let's take first 8. Okay. 1357. Everything got printed. Okay. If the input is 8, 1357 should be my output. Getting it? Everything is correct here, or we have missed something? What do you think?
So I think n plus 1.
Okay, now let's take another example. Okay, let's take another example in which I give the value of n to be 5. Okay, 1 and 3 I am getting, but 5 should have been my answer, is it? 5 should have got included in my answer. Okay, from 1 to n I want to print. From 1 to 5 I want to print all the odd numbers. So what are the all odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, is it? That's not here. Only 1 and 3 has been printed. So what we are missing here?
N plus 1.
N plus 1.
It will be n plus 1, right? Yeah. So now let's give our input to be value of n to be 11. So what are the outputs we have got? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. Now it's coming correct. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Okay, suppose I want to solve the same problem using while loops. What should I do? Same problem using while loops I want to do. How will you do it? While loops does not have any functionality that it will take some starting point, it will take some number of steps, or it will take some stopping point. It will not do so. You have to somehow manage the while loop yourself. Okay.
Sir, count is equal to 1.
Okay, so okay, let's do one thing. Let's first initialize the number. Okay, let's first initialize the number that, yeah, from 1 I will start my printing. From number 1 I will start my printing. Okay, now let's do with the while my number is less than or equal to n. Can I say that? Keep on executing the loop till the time my number is either less than or equal to n. Okay, do what? Print the number. Print the number. Now if I leave it as it is, what will happen? What do you think?
We will get all the numbers.
Okay, yeah, let's try.
Infinity loop.
Night loop.
Who is telling infinite? Who who is saying that we will get all the numbers?
Sir, infinity loop.
Okay, let's try running this, and let's say for number 5 I want to print. Okay, see how many times the 1 is getting printed. Just keep on. It's infinite, right? Why is it getting infinite?
We don't have a break. Yeah.
See one thing, it does not require a break here. Let's see what is happening. Okay, it does not require a break here.
So we should increment the value.
Exactly, the value is not getting incremented, right? What is happening? See, initially the value of number is what? 1, right? It is less than or equal to, value of n is 5, let's say. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is correct, right? The condition is true. Condition is true. Now what will happen? Condition is true. Print the number. Print it. Go back to the loop. Again, number remains as it is. No change in number, right? No change in number is there. So what's to be done? Number is same again. So 1 is definitely less than equal to 5. Again, the condition is true. Print the number. Go back to the loop. There is no change in the value of num. It is 1 only, and 1 is less than equal to 5. This condition is remaining true again. Print the number. Keep on printing, and this will never stop. So this is giving you an infinite loop. It will never stop until you do something to stop it. Okay, this will never stop. I guess this is not stopping. I have to stop it somehow. Okay, so what should be done? There should be some condition, right? There must be some value of the variable num. Num should have some value such that the condition becomes false. If the condition becomes false, the loop will break automatically. So what shall I do here?
Sir, increment.
How do I increment?
Count plus
Num is equal to?
plus is equal to 1. Plus is equal to 1.
I will not increment by 1. Okay, let's take your technique. And let's try. What fault will come up? You will see. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's say 5. So see, I am not getting all the odd numbers, but I am getting all numbers from 1 to 5. That shouldn't be there, right? I need all the odd numbers. So why to increment by 1? Why not to increment by 2? Getting the point? Why shall I increment by 1? No point, right? I don't require the even numbers. I just require the odd numbers. And I know that the next odd number that I am going to print lies at a step 2, lies after of 2. So I will just increment it by 2. Now let's try running this and see whether we are getting the result or not. Okay, am I getting 135 everything? Let's have a dry run. What had happened?
हाँ पापा, अभी तो हम क्लास कर रहे हैं.
See, initially, what is the initial value of num with which we started? What is the initial value of num with which we started? 1, right? It's 1. Now next, let's come to the loop. while num is less than n. While the value of num is less than n. What is my value of n? N is equal to 5, right? N is equal to 5. Now check. Value of num is 1. Value of n is 5. Is 1 less than 5? Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Is it true? Is it true? Okay, true. So let's print the num. Let's print the value of num. Print it. First line inside the loop, the first line got executed. Now come to the next line. Num is equal to num plus 2. What will happen here? Can somebody tell me?
Num value become 3.
1 plus 2.
Yeah, whatever is the value of num, to that add 2. Value of num will get updated. How? Whatever was the current value, to that 2 will be added. So the new value of num will be 3. Fine. Now, yeah, let's go back to the loop. Let's go back to the loop. Let's go back to the loop. What is happening? Tell me. Okay, yeah. Check again. Check again. 3 is less than equal to 5. Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Check the condition again. 3 is less than equal to 5. That's again true. Execute whatever code is there inside your loop. Print the num. Print it. Now again, execute this line. Num is equal to num plus 2. What will happen? Whatever was the current value of num, to that add 2, right? So the current value, so the value of num updates to 5. Update it. Go back to the loop again. Check. 5 is less than equal to 5. Whatever is the value of num, is it less than or equal to value of n? Is it true? 5 is less than equal to 5. Is it again true?
Yes.
Yes, right? To do what? Come inside the loop. Print num. Print it. Num equal to num plus 2. Num equal to num plus 2. What will happen? Whatever is the current value, to that add 2. So the value of num updates to 7. Correct? Value of num updates to 7. Okay, fine. So yeah, now check. Value of num got updated. Go back to the loop. Check the condition. Now what can you say about 7 and 5? Value of num, is it less than equal to 9? Is it still true?
No.
Is it still true? So it's false, right? 7 is greater than 5. So
Yes.
this condition becomes false and the loop terminates. And the loop terminates, okay? Okay. Clear to all of you, or you're having any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
So the num assignment of 1 is where we tell the code to start from 1, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a
Alright.
starting point. Okay.
Okay, if you say, let's say num is equal to 5,
Yeah,
and the input that we give is 5, the code won't run.
it will run because value of num is initially 5. Okay. So first, before entering the loop, it will check what is the current value of num and is it less than equal to n or not.
Okay.
Okay. And then if it is true, since you are saying that what will happen if the value of num is 5. So since 5, initially 5 is less than equal to 5. Value of n is also 5.
Yes.
So num, value of num is 5, value of n is 5. The condition will be true that either num is lesser than or equal to n. This condition will be true.
Okay.
So it will be printed. Value of num will be printed. Next, once it is printed, then the value of num will be updated. That is, it will be increased by 2. Okay. Now the next time when the condition will be checked, it will become false. That okay, value of num has changed to 7. That has changed to 7, and that is no more less than or equal to 9. Less than or equal to n. Okay. So
Okay.
only 5 will be printed in that case.
Okay. So
Okay.
in the while loop, we have to mention the initiation point, like the initiation
Yeah.
number.
Exactly. The initiation as well as how you want to increment. Okay.
Okay.
And where you want to okay, the where you want to stop, based upon that you have to give some conditions. Likewise I have given.
Okay. So the operator here is less than.
Less
If
than or
there
equal
is
to.
if there is greater sign, it would be an infinite loop, right?
Yeah, it will be infinite loop.
Okay.
It will never run actually. It will never run actually, because if suppose value of num if I assign it to be 1 and value of n,
Okay.
if I assign it to be 5, so if the condition is num greater than equal to n, so
Okay.
is 1 greater than or equal to 5? Is it true? Is it true? If suppose, so what will happen is that, what will happen if the value of num is 1, then
Okay.
at the first condition only, or at the first check, the condition becomes false,
Okay.
because effectively num is less than n. So this condition never satisfies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the loop will never execute. The loop will never
Okay.
execute.
Okay. Okay.
But if you assign it to be 5, if the value of n becomes 5, then okay, this condition becomes true then, because either it should be less greater than or should be, it becomes true. And after, as far as what our increment is concerned, the value of num will keep on getting increased. Okay, keep on getting increased.
Till
So this
infinite.
condition,
Infinite.
yeah, so this condition never fails. So that will become an infinite loop.
All right.
Okay, any doubts people are having with this question?
No, sir.
Okay, let's take another problem. Okay, that is using nested loops. Let's say I want to print some n lines, and n integer will be given to you. Integer n will be given to you. You have to print n lines of output. The first line, you have to print 3 ones. The second line, you have to print 3 twos. The third line, you have to print 3 threes. Fourth line, you have to print 3 fours. And this will go till n line. The nth line will be having 3 n's.
Hello.
Jay, I think your microphone has something problem. I think so. It's keep on making sounds.
No, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, sorry, my laptop actually got discharged, so I got disconnected. So let's begin it again. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. I think this is it. So yeah, everyone got the question. You have to print n lines. On the first line, you have to print 3 ones. In the second line, you have to print 3 twos. In the third line, you have to print 3 threes. And this will go on in the nth line, where you have to print 3 n's. You have to print 3 n's. So can you do it? Can you do it anyhow?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing the code with you.
Okay, try doing this, then we will carry it ahead. Okay.
Hello, Rahman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have a doubt in the for loop.
Yeah.
So in the for I in range,
Yeah.
so I will be the lower value. I mean, the one will be the lower value.
Yeah.
And the end, I mean, the higher value will be the n plus 1.
No, actually, for this ith loop, this loop will run till the time I is less than or less than n plus 1. The condition here becomes like this. Okay. So whatever is mentioned here, this is excluded actually. This is excluded. This is the stopping point. Whenever I becomes greater than or equal to n plus 1, the loop stops. This is the meaning of for loop here. Okay.
Okay. So the infinity concept comes only in the while loop, not in for loop.
No, it can be. It can be in for loop also. Suppose
Can
that
you give
some,
yeah.
Yeah, as per here, actually, by default, this is actually, yeah. Okay, I will come up with some example. Just give me some time. You have to, even if you don't mention any point
Interval.
here, okay. So this will be by default taken to be 1. By the Python is designed to be such. Okay.
All right.
That's all I will say. And yeah, in the for loop, these lesser chances are there that some infinite loop will be there. This is not the case with C and C++. If you use those languages, there decent chances are there that your entire loop will be in their loop can be infinite. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Only one has given me the answer. What about rest people? How many of you can do it? Is it a very easy problem? What do you think? Or which? A tough problem, easy problem, or what? Okay, so yeah, let me comment everything out. So first tell me how many lines you have to print. As per the given question, how many lines we have to print? N lines, right? So let's make an outer loop for that. For I in range, let's say, starts from 1. Line number will start from 1. Whenever line touches n plus 1, the loop shall end. Okay. And number of steps will be 1 only. Okay. So even if I don't mention anything, by default, Python will be taking that as 1. Okay. No problem on that. So, okay. How many number of lines we have to print? That is being handled by the ith loop. Okay. Keep in mind number of lines. Now let's see what we can do. What we can do next. If line number is 1, what we have to print? If line number is 1, what we are printing? 3 ones, right? If line number is 2, 3 twos we are printing, is it? Line number is 3, 3 threes we are printing. So what we have to print effectively? In each of the line, what we have to print effectively? Value of line number, is it? Am I correct? For each line, I will be printing 3 line numbers. Okay, so see, for each line, inside each line. Okay, so how will we do this? We will make some, we will do or will declare or define some other loop. Okay, for j in a range 3 times I have to print. What I have to print? What I have to print? The line number itself, is it printed? I have to stay on the same line. How can I do that? I have to stay on the same line. So how can I do it? Just mention the end variable to be a space. Don't go to the next line. Rather than going to the next line, stay on the same line by giving a space. Okay. This is how end works. Okay. And whenever this loop is over, that means your line printing is over. Now I have to go to the next line. Just print empty, and you will be going to the next line. Okay. So let's try by giving an example 5. Okay, 5 test.5. So let's say that I take an example of 4. N will be equal to 4. Have I printed it correctly as per the requirement? 111, 222, 333, 444. Have I printed it correctly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it understandable what we have done? How many number of lines we have to print? We have maintained an outer loop for that. Now for each line, we will be having some other jth loop that will be handling. This jth loop is responsible for what will be the content of each line. Fine. Now what we are printing inside a line? What we are printing inside a line? The line number itself, how many times? 3 times. So run the jth loop 3 times, print the line number. But I have to stay till the time 3 i's are printed. I have to stay on the same line. So how will I stay there? Using the end variable. Inside the print statement, you can give the end variable to be a space. That don't go to the next line, stay on the same line itself. Okay, by printing a space. That's all. Any doubt in this question you are having?
Sir, can we do it using while for the same?
Hello, yeah, Jay, tell me.
Can we do it using while loop, like same pattern?
Unable to hear you, Jay.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Unable to hear anyone. Even Ronald is not.
Hello. Hello.
Audible. Okay, yeah. You can text me on the chat, whatever you want to say. Okay, we can utilize while loops also, no problem. Okay, so this is the code for, is it understandable to everyone how we have approached the problem using for loop? First, tell me that. Or you are having any doubt?
So repeat one more time.
I'm unable to hear you. I don't know what issues have happened again. Everybody can hear me? Everybody can hear me?
We
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you. Hello.
I don't know, man. What had happened again?
I'm not even able
Okay,
to
see
chat.
here. How many lines to print? How many lines to print? N lines, right? So maintain a outer loop for that. This will handle how many lines you have to print. How many lines? Now what will be printed inside a line? Inside the ith line. Inside the ith line, what will be printed? That will be handled by the jth loop. Okay. Now for a line, let's say I am on line number 1. What I have to print? 3 ones. 1 is what? The line number itself. 1 is what? The line number itself, right? So what I have to print? The line number. How many times? 3 times. So the jth loop that I have defined for each line will be running 3 times, and each time I will be printing I, the value of I. And printing should be done on the same line itself, right? So if I just print the value of I, this will take me to the next line. After printing single one, the next one will be printed in the next line. So that I don't want. I want to print the next one on the same line itself. So what I have done, I've said that, okay, don't go to the next line. Rather, stay on the same line only by printing a space. Okay, between 2 ones, I've given a space. And like this, if I utilize the print statement 1, next one won't be printed here. But what will happen after printing 1? The print statement will be printing a space, and then again the next one will be printing on the same line itself. Okay, that's how the end statement or end variable works here. Now suppose all the content of the same line is printed. So after coming out of the loop, now my task is to go to the next line. So what I will do, I will print an empty. I will print empty. So this will take me, this will not print anything here, but this will take me to the next line. So again, when printing starts, 2, 2, 2 will be happening. Okay. And then again, you will be going to the next line using the empty print statement. Is it clear? Is it clear? Or any other explanation you want? Any doubts? I don't know, means what is the issue with the speaker? I don't think any issues are there. Else how you are able to hear me? I couldn't get that. Hello? Can you somebody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello.
Now it's audible. Let me try once again. Wait.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Sir, yes, sir. It's audible, sir. Hello.
Yeah, now you people are audible. I don't know, means what had happened that time. Okay, so yeah, you want a solution using while loops also, right? Is it?
Yes.
Hey man, how can I change my laptop? I have only one laptop with myself.
So the first outer loop will be like the same, right? Like the lower value and higher value, n
Yeah.
1 and n plus 1.
Yeah.
And if you want to change, we can give the interval.
Yes, you can.
That's for the outer loop, and inner loop would be, so the range can be number, right? I mean, do we specify with the input?
Yes, we have
Instead of
taken the
3?
input, right? We have taken the input already for above, and
Okay.
I'm utilizing the same input only. Okay.
All right.
And yeah, it is fixed right here. It is fixed as per the question. 3 times only the line number should be printed. So I've directly mentioned that.
Okay.
You can take some input k and print k times.
Okay.
Print j instead of I. Okay, yeah, we'll come to that point. Just give me some time. Let's cover. Let me cover this using the while loop first. Okay. So what shall I do? How the while loop pattern will be looking like?
Then the value is increment.
Yeah, let us take that. Okay, so first what will happen, let's declare an I variable from 1. Okay, and this is my line number. Okay, now see, while I is less than equal to n, is it, how many times I have to print, how many lines I have to print? N lines. So till the time value of I is less than or equal to n, I have to keep on printing everything. Now what should I do next? Outer while loop will handle what is my current line. Now inner while loop should be printing what is the content of my ith line or the current line. How will I do it? Let's define a j for it. The j will be the content. Okay, and value of j is, let's say j will start from 1. Okay, j will start from 1, and what will happen? While how many times the jth loop should print? 3 times, right? So while j is less than equal to 3. Fine. Now till the time it is happening, print till the time value of j is less than 3, print what I, and mention the end statement to be a space. Okay, don't go to the next line, stay on the same line by printing a space. Done. But see, j will not now automatically increment. I have to increment it, right? So what shall I write here? J equal to j plus 1. Is it? Like this you can also do, increment the value of j, or you can just utilize this statement, j plus equal to 1. Both will work. Fine. Okay, now when the while loop has executed, print empty line. But again, The I have to increment the value of I by my own, right? While for loop can handle it, but while loop requires that, okay, how will you increment the value of I? That you have to do yourself. So what I will do, I will increment the value of I also here by 1. Okay. Like this also we can do. Python gives me another flexibility of this, I plus equal to 1. Fine. Both are done. So now let's try whether we are doing it correct or not. Fine. Let's correct print to be it to be 4. Let's take it to 4 and yeah. Is it coming correct? Is it coming correct? 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4. Okay. So this outer while loop will handle what? How many lines? Okay, how many lines? So for each of the ith line, I will be having a j. I will initialize my j to be 1 first. Now till the time j is less than equal to 3, I will keep on printing the value of I, and with the inside the while loop only, I will be printing the j. I will be incrementing the value of j. Once this loop is over, I know that next line has to be printed. So what is the value of next line? That if 1 has got printed, which line will be printed next? The second line, right? So just increment the line number by 1 and then print empty to go to the next line. That's all. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? How we have utilized the while loops here?
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, can we declare J above the first while loop?
Yes, you can. No problem. Okay. That will not cause any kind of issue. You can do it inside the ith while loop or outside it. No problem at all. But yes, do check one thing. Does not mean if I declare any variable j here, okay, let's give it any random value, 0. But every time I come inside the ith loop, I have to reinitialize its value by 1. This has to be done. Else you will get errors. Do keep in mind.
I didn't get the last one. What was it?
Always, whenever the ith loop will start, okay?
Okay.
When you start printing the ith line, every time the value of j should be reinitialized to 1. Why? Because value of j will always should be less than equal to 3. Okay. So first, before printing the first value of I cannot go to the second time printing. So that's why I have to reinitialize the value of j by 1 for each print, for each of the ith line that I want to print. This is necessary. You can declare it anywhere, whether inside the ith loop or just outside the ith loop. No problem on that, but reinitialization must be done. So that's why I've just, for a simplicity, I've initialized that inside the ith loop only.
So the j value can be done outside the loop as well.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say, right?
No, not like this. If you want that, if you are saying that I can do like this and I can remove that, this will not work. This will not work.
Okay.
Let's see why will it not work. Only 1 1 is getting printed. Why is it happening?
Okay. Because j is equal to 1 and it's happened only one time. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Since, okay, see, j is 1 here, right? J is 1 here. Initially, I want to print the first line, right? For I equal to 1, with this value, my while loop, outer while loop will start. So just once I have entered the outer while loop, I will start executing the next line that I have to print here, or that I have to execute here, is the inner while loop. I will just start executing this. So my value of j is 1, correct? So it is first less than equal to 3.
Yes.
So I will do what? I will print 1. Now j will be increased by 1. Its value will be 2. Again 1 will be printed. Its value will be again increased by 1. So 1 will be printed. Now when j becomes 4, this loop ends. The condition becomes false and this loop ends. And this while loop ends and I come out of the loop. Value of I now increases by 1. I go to the next line from here to here using the empty print command. Okay. Now, once it is done, see what will happen. It will go back to the outer while loop. It will go back to the outer while loop. Now, since value of I is 2, right? Value of I is 2. It is less than equal to n. Value of n is 4 for my present example. So again,
Okay.
then again, once it will hit the inner while loop, what will happen? Will this while loop be executed? Value of j has been changed to 4, right?
Yes,
Value
yes.
of j has got changed to 4. That is no longer less than equal to 3. Right? That is no longer less than or equal to 3. So this line won't be, this loop will never be executed. Simply, it will come out of the loop. Value of I will be increased by 1 again. Print command will be happening. So you are getting an empty line here. And I am coming to the next line after that. Similarly, when value of I will be 3, nothing will be printed and it will go to the next line. Similarly for 4 also. It will just go to the next line and these 3 lines will remain empty. Okay, these 3 lines will be remaining empty. So what I am doing to handle this case is that I have to print here 3 times, right? And the condition is this only. J should be, value of j should be less than or equal to 3. So to handle this, what I have done, I have just reinitialized the value, or I have again and again initialized the value of j to be 1 for each of the ith line. Okay. Fine. Is it understandable now why I've done that? Any doubt you're having?
What's the difference between these two loops? Why do they do the same work and we have two different loops?
Which one? Which one?
I mean, like, we could do it with the while loop as well as a for loop.
No difference.
what's-
That's your choice, right? That's your choice.
Okay.
Whichever you want to do, that's your choice.
All right.
There is no hard code rule for which loop will I use. Whichever you find handy, you can use that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, next question. Okay, any doubt in this question? Tell me that. Any doubt? Any doubt or is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Sure. So all of you are from computer science background, is it?
No, sir.
So
No, sir.
how many of you are college students yet right now? And how many of you are working? And why do you want to come to the software engineering line? What is passionating? What's so passionate about it? What do you think?
So programming makes us a critical thinker.
Yeah, that's true.
Gives us a way to solve and face the problems, and try and makes us the person who always tries to figure out some solution.
Yeah, that's true.
Good
These are-
package.
and these
Yeah,
are the
main
qualities
driving
required-
factor, right? Good package.
Yeah.
If your package is less, no point of innovation.
Yeah.
It will never come out. Okay, now let's go to the next problem. Let's suppose, again, n lines you have to print. So for the first line, you have to print 1. For the second line, you have to print, okay, 1, 2. For the next line, you have to print 1, 2, 3. For the next line, fourth line, you have to print 1, 2, 3, 4. This will go on, and in the nth line, you have to print 1, 2, 3 till n. Okay. So how can you solve this problem? What do you think? Think of it. Take 2-3 minutes and think, how can we solve this problem? And then only I will move ahead.
Sir, in for loop or while loop? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir, in for loop or while loop?
Any loop you want, your choice.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
solved it.
Okay, send me the code over the chat. Then I will see.
I need to copy that. Just a second.
Recording in progress.
Sir, send the code.
Is it printing correct? I think some issues might be there with your code.
It's printing correct, sir.
Is it? Yeah, I get Imtiaz code to be more better. Is it that? No, Imtiaz code is not correct. Okay. Imtiaz code is not correct. And is it? I think Asif has missed something. This is what I am thinking. Asif has missed something. Okay, let's begin with number of lines. What we will do? Number of lines. What we will do? How many times I have to run the outer loop for number of lines? Tell me that. Someone tell me how many times I have to run the outer loop for determining the number of lines.
1 and n plus 1.
Yeah, it will start from 1. It will go till n plus 1 and
1.
be increasing by 1. Okay, by default it will be taken by 1 by Python. Okay, no need to mention that. Fine. Next. Okay, this is for the number of lines. Done. Number of lines. Next, what shall I do? What should be then my next step?
For J in range,
Okay, so J, what is my, how many times my content is getting printed for a line? Line is 1, only 1 output. Line is 2, only 2 outputs. Line is 3, 3 outputs. Line is 4, 4 outputs. So how should I design? How many times for printing output of a line? How many times my inner loop should run? What do you think?
the number of times the line of the line.
Yeah, number of times, or rather the value of the line number itself. Okay, that amount of time the jth loop or the inner loop will run, right? Content of each line. Content of each line. So how will we do that? How many times I have to print for a line for J in range? How many times it should run?
I
Okay, let's say it starts from 1 and it will run how many times? I times. So where it will stop? If it, so it should be given I plus 1, right? Because from 1 to I, the value
last but one.
for the value of J starting from 1 to I, the loop should run, right? At I plus 1, it will end. It will terminate. Fine. So I times, or the number of times, number or the value of the number line. Right now I am currently at that amount of time, the jth loop will be running. What will be the content? What will be the content? What should I print? What should I print for each line? What should I print for each line?
Yes.
Is it the value of J? Is it the value of J only?
Yes.
Is it? How many of you agree with that? Okay, if I just print J, the value is getting printed.
J and
Yeah, J and yeah, we have to stay on the same line, right? Till the time entire printing is done. So end will be a space. If after printing, I have to print empty to go to the next line, right? This is what is required. Let's try running this and let's see what is happening. Let's give the number to be 4 only. Am I getting the correct result? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Result is coming correct for n equal to 4. Tell me who are having doubts here. How it had happened. How it had happened.
Not getting it. What is it?
Any doubt in this question? How it had happened?
No. So here, the content of each line is same. So it was easy. Let's say if it starts with 2 from the first line, like
Yeah.
1, 1 and 1, 1, then we'll have to change it, right?
Like I couldn't get your question.
So the first line is only 1, 1.
Yeah.
1 times 1.
Yeah.
So let's change the first line to 2 times 1 so that it changes
Yeah,
with the
2
equation
times.
of I and J.
Okay. It is 2 times 1. Then next, what will be the output?
No, I'm just saying, I mean, if there is a condition like this, then we'll have to change with the J loop.
Then,
So then,
yeah, there's some changes would have to be done. Okay.
yeah.
If the entire pattern is changing, the entire code will change. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubt in this question? What we have done? Any doubt you are having? Anyone is having any doubt? Sure, is it? Is it sure that what we have done here? No doubts are there. Nobody is having any doubt here. Shall I move ahead? Just okay. So let's do one thing. Let's little bit, let's say, let's modify our current pattern a little bit. Let's say there will be 5, 6, 7 lines. The value of n will be 3 here. Let's say there are more lines, 5, 6, 7, and here what I will print 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. So this is how my pattern will be looking like. How will you print it? Value of n is 3. I have printed 7 lines for it. Okay. First line is 1, second line is 1, 2, third line is 1, 2, 3, fourth line is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fifth line is again 1, 2, 3, sixth line is 1, 2, and seventh line is 1. So what is to be done to print patterns like this? What do you think?
Create another for loop.
Okay. Think of it 2-3 minutes. Then we will proceed.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just checking. I thought I got disconnected.
Okay. So this is the pattern that, let's suppose value of n is 3 and I have to print pattern like this. What approach should be taken?
So first we need to print the print using the same process you just told us.
It can be any.
1 to 4 tak. And then we will just reverse this code 1 to 3 1 tak.
But see one thing, what is the value of n? That has also changed. That has also changed. Value of n is 3, right? So if I give 3 here and I use the same code, what will be printed? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. These only will be printed. So do one thing. Let's do one thing. Let's divide it into some parts, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let this be part 1. Let this be part 1. Let this line, the middle line, be part 2. Okay, tell me, is 1, 2, 3, the contents of line 1, 2, 3, are they just reverse the part of or the content of line 5, 6, 7? Is it true? 1, 2, 3, contents of line 1, 2, 3 are mirror images of the content that consists the line 5, 6, 7. Is it true?
Yes, mirror image.
Right. So we will make 5, 6, 7 to be part 3. Okay. Fine. So see, this part 1 we have already done. Okay, let me take the code somewhere else. Okay. Hello. Let me take the code somewhere else. Okay, this is my part 1. Let's say part 1, I will just utilize the same piece of code for part 1. Okay. Utilized. Part 1 is printed. Now I want to print part 2. For part 2, what I have to do? For part 2, what I have to do? Part 2 consists of what? From 1 to n plus 1, right? Nothing else. Only one line. Only one line has to be printed. What is it? What is it? From 1 to n plus 1. So what will I do here? For I will just print a single line. For I in range that starts from 1, it will stop at n plus 2 because now n plus 1 has to be printed. And print value of I. Print it. And after printing it, go to the next line. Gone. Now I have to print the part 3. How will I print the part 3? What do you think? What do you think?
N minus 1.
Okay, if I just reverse the outer loop, whatever I have printed for the part 1, what if I just reverse this outer loop? Reverse it. I will start it from n. I will go up to and from the nth line. From the nth line, let's say this is my part 1. Whatever I have printed in the part 1, I will just reverse it. I will print the content of nth line, whatever I have printed for part 1, and at the end I will print the content of the first line. Will it work? Is it exactly the same? That is happening for lines 5, 6, 7. First, line 3, the nth line's output is printed. Then the second line, the middle line's output is printed, and then the first line output is printed at the last line. Is it what that is happening? Start from the nth line and go reverse and print the content of first line that has been printed for part 1 at the end. Is it what happening? Is it what it is happening? Tell me that. Getting the observation?
Yes.
So how will I just reverse it? I have to print the content of nth line that I have printed in the first part first, and then I have to travel reverse. So how will I do it? So let me just copy it. I can utilize the same code, right? Why should I write it again? Let me just copy it now, but one thing, I have to start from the nth line. I cannot start from the first line. Till the first line I have to print, right? So I should stop when value of I becomes 0. But now I have to reverse traversal. I have to do first content of the nth line will be printed, then n minus 1th line, then n minus 2nd line, then n minus 3rd line. So I have to go one step back. How will I go? By giving the number of steps to be -1. Okay, and the inner jth loop remains same. No problem. Let's do it. Let's try it. What value of n? Let's say 3. Getting printed. Getting printed, is it? Is it getting printed? First, tell me what doubts you are having in this question. First, tell me what doubts you are having. What is happening? So let's suppose this is part 2, right? So see, the first line of part 3 matches the last line of part 1. The second line of part 2 matches the second line of part 3. And the first line of part 1 matches the last line of part 3. So they are just reverse of each other. So what I have done, based upon the value of n, whatever output I have printed for part 1, I have just reversed it. For part 3, I have printed whatever I printed for value of n equal to 3. Okay. Whatever I have printed for line number 3, I have made this line number 3 content of line number 3 content of line number 5. Whatever I have printed for line number 2, this matches to the content of line number 6. Whatever I printed for line number 1, this matches the content of line number 7. That's all. So what is the total number of lines I am printing? 2n plus 1. Okay, 2n plus 1. Whatever is the value of n, you print exactly 2n plus 1 lines based upon the value of n. Okay. So this is how I can break my entire problem into 3 parts. Part 1, part 2, and part 3. And grab the output from it. Any doubts you are having, you can ask. Any doubts you are having, you can ask. Is it clear to everyone? First, tell me that.
Yes.
All of you understood whatever we have discussed today?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the problems, whatever we have solved? Any doubts, you can ask. Yes, but yeah, again the same. Whatever nesting I have done, I have to change the for loop into the while loop. Okay, try that on your own first. I think we have taken enough examples. You can convert it. Okay, one question I would like to ask. You know about strings? You know about strings?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
are strings?
Anything which is called by.
Anything that lies inside the quotation mark, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
So if I write 1, 2, 3, 4 here, Is this 1, 2, 3, 4 a number or a string?
String.
String.
How many of you agree with whoever is talking? Is it a string? How many of you think that this is a number and this is not a string?
It's a string.
Yeah, this is a string, right? Whatever is the content inside 2 quotation mark, that responds to a string. So let's take a string like this. What do you mean by a substring? What do you mean by a substring?
No idea, sir.
Still, can anybody try? Substring.
Character.
Part of the string, sir.
Yeah, continuous part of the string. Okay, continuous part of the string. Continuous sequence of characters. Okay, that are inside the string. That is called a substring. This BCD is a substring that I have mentioned. A is a substring, B is a substring, C is a substring, D is a substring, E is a substring. Getting it? Okay, now few questions. AB, is it a substring?
Yes.
How many of you say AB is a substring?
A substring.
Is CE a substring?
Yes.
Is CE a substring? See the string carefully. A, B, C, D, E.
Okay.
Is CE a
No, sir.
substring?
No.
Why?
They are
Because we
not
have break.
continuous.
Because these
We have
missing.
break, right? C, D, E can be a substring. Why? This is a continuous sequence inside the string A, B, C, D, E. C, D, E is a continuous sequence of characters. But CE is not a continuous. We have a break here. We have omitted the D. This D is not present. Okay. So how many substrings are there inside this string? What do you think? How many substrings are there? Okay, let's write it down. Let's take the string to be ABCD because it will be quite, or let it be ABC. Okay, because it will be quite large then. A is a substring, is it? Single character, continuous.
Yes.
B is a substring. C is a substring, is it?
Yes.
Okay, now next, can anybody tell me 2 substrings of length 2? What are they inside the string ABC?
EB.
AB, BC.
AB
And
and BC,
BC.
right? Yeah. Okay, fine. What is okay? So is ABC also a substring? What do you think? Can I say ABC is a substring?
No.
Yes,
can
ABC is also a substring. Okay, whatever the string is, okay, the complete string itself is a substring of itself. Okay, if any string S is there, it itself is a substring of itself. Quite strange, but yeah, it is true. The entire string itself is a substring of it. Remember. So how many substrings are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, okay, fine. So length of the entire string is what? Length of the entire string is what?
3.
3. How many substrings of length 3 are there? How many substrings of length 1? Sorry. How many substrings of length 1?
3.
3, right? How many substrings of length 2?
2.
How many substrings of length 1?
3.
How many substrings of length? Sorry. How many substrings of length 3? Sorry, I missed it. 1. So total number of substrings 1 plus 2 plus 3. Is it? If any string is of length n, let's say 3, number of substrings is something looking like something this 1 plus 2 plus 3. So based upon that, if I assume it to be true for every value of n, for any general value n, what should be the number of substrings?
N factorial.
Not n factorial. How it is, man? 1 plus 2 plus 3. If n is equal to 3, total number of substrings is 1 plus 2 plus 3. So if for any value of n, what should be the total number of substrings?
N in bracket n plus 1 divided by 2.
Exactly. How is it? It will, okay. So if any string is of length n, what should be the total number of substrings? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, it will go till n, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 till n, all additions, all numbers from 1 to l will get added. And what is the formula for determining this? N into n plus 1 by 2. Getting it? Using this formula, you can calculate the sum of first n natural numbers. Okay. This is the total number of substrings inside a string. Can you find it? Can you print all the substrings of a string anyhow? Is it clear how many substrings are there? What are substrings? Is it clear to all of you? Or any doubt you can ask? Any doubt or is it clear? Please tell me.
Clear, sir.
All of you, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let's keep it till here today and try to print all the substring. This is an exercise for you for today. Try to print, let's given a string of any length and try to print all the substrings of it. This will help you someday later on. Okay. And tomorrow we'll discuss what are subsequences. Okay. At the end. Do let me.
Sir, you didn't give us some MCQ.
Yeah, we will take right now.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take right now. Okay, tomorrow there is an announcement. I will be coming to the class at 9:30. Okay. So before I am saying, because yeah, work is there, I will be available at 9:30.
9:30 to
11.
okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's take the MCQs. So your entire batch strength is how much? Can anybody tell me?
25.
25. So this was before or some other means more students were there?
No, it keeps varying day by day. Some people leave, some people
What they
get
do?
add on. I mean, I don't know.
Batch change or all, some batch changes and all have done. They have done.
Probably a couple left.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
how many of your exams are done in this batch?
What exams?
Monthly exams.
Monthly test of attaining?
Yeah.
No, we are about to get it this weekend.
Okay, this weekend there is an exam, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first exam or exams have taken place earlier?
This is the first one.
Okay, man. So much has been done, right, for the first exam. Till
No,
oops, it
sir.
is coming, right?
We are lagging behind.
Okay, no. The pace is quite good because you have gone till oops, right? That's very much. Who is the batch batch representative in this batch?
CR.
Yeah. Who is it?
Salil.
Sorry, can I get the name?
Salil. SALIL.
Okay, Salil. Okay, yeah. Fine. So yeah, okay, I'm giving the first MCQ. Please take that. Attempt all of you the first MCQ. Who was your previous instructor?
Surya sir.
Okay.
Sir, you put 2 questions.
I have put for all the 4 questions, I guess. You can please refresh the page and you can see. The computer is hanged up a bit.
So that's it for MCQs, right?
Yeah.
So is the attendance created? Any sub?
Yeah. So just let me create the attendance. Give me some time.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, do we have any CCs for tomorrow, sir?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sir,
Hello.
do we have any CC for tomorrow, sir?
I guess no. No CCs for tomorrow will be there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I have given you made the attendance. Please mark your attendance, all of you. Okay, I will be joining on 9:30 tomorrow. Okay, and we'll be creating a session then only. Then only. Okay? Before 9:30, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it was nice meeting you all. Okay, today for. So, anything you want to ask?
Well, thanks. The class was really useful. Can you hear me, Rahman? Hello.
Yeah, those who don't have any doubt can leave. I think again I'm not getting your voice.
Thank you.
Hello. Just wait. Just wait. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, today's class was actually useful, very useful. I mean, we learned a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Nice meeting you all.
Yeah, same as well.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank
fine.
you, sir. Thank
We'll
you,
meet
sir.
tomorrow.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good night.